Does how you mark the golf ball make a difference to how you play? Well, in this video, I'll be showing you how this could help you to improve your game. I'll also show you how golf professionals mark their ball, including Phil Mickelson, and this is his golf ball here. And in the recent video, I asked you to tell me how you mark your ball, so I'll be sharing how my subscribers have recommended that you should mark your ball to help improve your game. But don't just sit there and watch, I want your feedback and thoughts too. How do you mark your ball, and does it make a difference to how you score? Let's get into it. First up, how you mark your ball could make a difference to how you play. So for example, if you're having trouble putting straight, then a simple line through the ball, like this one, could really make a difference. And this is a golf ball that I found, and you can see that someone's put a line halfway through the ball, and they've probably used one of these little tools where you put it over the golf ball and you can align with a marker a straight line on there. How it works, if you have trouble putting, then you can line up the ball in line with your putter and the flag, and all being well, it should go in every single time. Whether that works or not, you'll have to let me know in the comments. And why I thought that was a good one to start on is because this golf ball was given to my son by Pieters at a recent live event, and you can see here that he marks his ball halfway through the ball with a thin black line. And watching him putt, you can see that he's using this line to mark up his ball so that he can align it with the flag to hopefully help him putt a bit straighter. Well, I also think it's cool that he's a Belgian golfer, and you can see he's got the black, yellow and red Belgian flag colours on both sides of his golf ball, which I think is pretty cool. I have got Phil Mickelson's golf ball that we also got at that live event, and I'll show you how he marks his ball later in the video. Now, I guess if you do want to identify your golf ball as unique and make sure that you can always find it, you can use golf balls like these. I mean, this is a really cool limited edition gold golf ball, very difficult to see on a golf course, but you can use these tailor-made picks and the Speedsoft golf ball, the ink version, and they're actually really simple to identify on the golf course. I've even got the blue version down here as well. So if you don't want to bother marking your golf ball up, you can just simply use a golf ball like this that's already really unique. However, where's the fun in that? And actually, it's much more fun to mark up your golf ball. And I found this one on a golf course. Someone's obviously having a bad time with a hook, and they've written on the golf ball to remind themselves after every shot not to hook it. But the beauty of finding golf balls on the course is that you can look at how people have marked their ball and maybe get a bit of inspiration, but also try and understand what the intent is behind it. So I found this one. I have no idea, unless they're halfway through drawing an image I'm not sure about. I don't know what that would do, because it's not quite a straight line down the bottom here. It's obviously done by hand on this one, and I'm just not sure what the purpose of that is. Or you could go to the extreme of DT, who definitely doesn't want to make sure that anyone plays their golf ball, so has marked their golf ball really, really clearly DT. Now, I don't know about you, that would absolutely put me off if that was staring back up at me when I'm taking my shot. But what I thought I'd do is I've got some blank golf balls here. I've got some marker pens, and I'll show you how the subscribers to this channel have recommended that you should mark your golf ball. So first up, let's take this golf ball here, and we're going to look at Kellens 737. And Kellens has recommended that you should put a blue Sharpie over the brand or model name, and that this is enough to make sure that people don't use your golf ball when they find it. Now, obviously, I'm playing a trust golf ball, and some people might want to mark out that name and be embarrassed to play it. It's actually a decent ball, but there you go. Is that enough of a marking? I don't know, Kellens. I'm not sure that would be identifiable enough if it's sitting in the rough and I'm only looking at that bit of the golf ball, but that's how Kellens has recommended you should mark your golf ball. Now, JTS 09 has said that you should fill in 3 of the dimples in red on the bottom. So we've got our red marker here, so we're going to do that. Now, let me just find those. There we go. So red there. So JTS 09 said that this symbolises Morse code for S, which has personal significance for them, and that they use red because it's a cultural nod to their Japanese roots. Now, I guess if you're putting it on both sides, let's try that now and see if it's bright enough. And I guess at a distance, that would probably stand out pretty well. And I think that's probably a good idea, that you use maybe a bright colour like a red or a really bright blue. So that's not too bad. What do you think of this one? Let me know in the comments below. Now, Custom Designs, they've given a suggestion that they keep it really simple. They just put their initials on the side of the ball. So let's do that. Now, I guess that could identify your golf ball. I'm not sure, I'd probably need a little bit more on there, but that's how they say you should identify your golf ball. Now, one of my favourite suggestions comes from one of my most loyal subscribers, Renderfume, and they have said that they use a blue star on the top left hand corner of the logo. So let's try that now. They hand write it. I don't know if my handwriting to create stars is good enough. Let's do it like that. What do you think of that one, Renderfume? Is that any good for you? So there's a little star on the top left of the logo. They also say that they sometimes then add a line through the ball to help them with their alignment. So I will go over the Vice Pro Plus on here, and let's use the blue again. Let's fill in all of that. So that's why these little devices are pretty cool, because you can just create straight lines really quickly, and you can also do different shapes as well. And Renderfume also plays the Vice Pro Plus, so in honour of your feedback, that's what this golf ball is. So they've got the line down the side, and they've got the star above the left-hand side of the logo. So actually, for me, that's probably a really good suggestion, because that stands out really clearly. Now, golfers like Bryson, they do actually float their balls in Epsom salts, and I've got some Epsom salts. I'm not going to do it today, but I do need to do it in a future video. They float their balls and they find the true centre of the golf ball, and then they mark a line all the way around. So what that should mean is that the ball is actually at its central point, so it should roll end over end with no deviation from that line. Now, that, Bryson said, is proven to help your ball get in the hole every time, and it certainly seems to be working for him. And then LK4, they've said that they use triple track blue lines opposite the logo. So we've got here a Strixon Q-Star tool, which is a great ball, and we've drawn 3 blue lines along the side there. And I think that's pretty cool, and it's very, very similar to the triple track that you get with the Callaway golf balls that's already printed on. So I guess you make the decision, do you use them as your own with a marker, or do you actually use the Callaway ones that are already on there? Now, before I show you Phil Mickelson's actual golf ball, there are some other options that can help you to identify your golf ball. You've got the Truvis golf balls from Callaway, the football golf balls I call them, and then you've got these ERC golf balls as well, which are really clear to see, and they're quite unique. You don't often see them on a golf course. And then you've got the Tour Response golf balls, which are really bright and they stand out really well. So if you're not wanting to mark your golf ball, then these could be some options. However, what you should never do is have a football logo like this one, because that's probably one of my least favourite teams. So if you have this logo on your golf ball, then I think Jeff needs to just chop it up, and we'll do that in a future video. But as I've teased it, I've got here Phil Mickelson's actual golf ball that he gave to my son. And what's really interesting is, first of all, he doesn't have a number. He just has his Phil Mickelson logo on the top of that golf ball, both sides. How cool is that? Obviously, he is a legend, multiple major winner. But what is interesting is he still does differentiate his ball with these 4 dots underneath the Callaway logo. So you can see there, 4 dots just with a Sharpie. So really simple, but even the top golfers do mark their golf ball, even though he's got his own logo instead of a number on a golf ball. So how do you mark yours? Get your Sharpie pens out, comment below and let me know, how do you mark your golf ball, and does it actually improve your game? And I'll catch you in the next one.